And we're across. Holy crap, that floor is bad. Even the joists are buckling. Yeah, this place is gonna be gone inside of 2 years. This won't even be standing. This floor in this house, this is a hazard. Anybody that gets this video, I would tell you, if you know where this house is, don't come in here. This place is a death trap waiting to happen. I'm walking very carefully over this floor. As you can see, apparently the guy liked cools or something. There's a menthol of some kind. They were trying to fix it. Didn't make it though. Again, this floor is total garbage, so I'm gonna have to very carefully move across without killing myself. So I will start the video again when I'm out the door. Look at this, I'm back. There's no floor here. This is where the roof came in, and the floor is completely gone under this insulation. But this is where it all came from. There's been a colossal leak in this house, and it's completely wrecked. Look at the front porch. Oh my God. If that guy thinks he's gonna get this back in shape. Now this, I've been in here before. Let me get a light on. This is the pantry, and it might have been the washroom. Look at all this. Yeah, this place has seen better days. About the only thing they can really do here is knock it down. The man had a fetish for flashlights. I mean, tons of them. There's something canned there, but I ain't gonna mess with it. God knows how old that is. Jesus, man. Yeah, there was a hanger bar there. I don't know what that was about. But there's one. Head out now. Because I don't feel safe walking in this house. This house is on the verge of collapse. It's something that probably we should call the city. If the city has any jurisdiction out here, they need to bulldoze this thing. It's gonna get somebody killed. It's very quiet. It's a real shame. Look at this back porch. This would have been an awesome house. If somebody had gotten to this 5 or 6 years ago, this house could have still been repaired. And all of this could have been prevented, but now this is a total loss. This has, on the outside, 5 years left to remain standing. It's going to be a pile of wood. We're going to hear some booming noise next door, and this is all going to fall to the ground. It's in bad shape. So that is that. And now you have seen the abandoned house, and hopefully I won't fall through this porch getting off of here. Nothing was touched other than to support myself on the walls. Nothing was taken, only pictures. And there are mixed stories about the people who own this house. I don't know exactly who it is. The tax office, I went down and I was going to file a quitclaim, but they can't locate. They don't even know who owned this. Apparently, whoever it was, they made an attempt to contact them, and they had disappeared, and they have had no contact. So I don't know. I'm thinking the ownership of this is contested, and if it is, I may pick it up for back taxes just to bulldoze this thing so somebody's kid doesn't get killed. But that is the ancient house. He apparently had chickens. So anyway, this may have to go into 2 parts. I don't know how many minutes worth of video I've shot, but I just thought I would show you one of the neat things that exists out here where I live. And y'all have a good day, YouTube. This is the other thing that's out here I forgot to mention, and that was dumb of me, but here is this shed. And this shed is still sealed. As far as I can tell, there's no way to get a human body in there. Still locked, and all the metal is still up, so whatever was left here is still here. Still in there. I may come back later after I determine who owns or doesn't own this anymore, and if this is contested or if it's the property of a bank, I'm going to be back, because I don't give a shit about bankers after what they did to me. And if this is owned by a bank, well, they can screw themselves. I'm going to look around. So anyway, that's it. Y'all have a good one. So now you've seen it. I'm not giving away the location of this to anybody, because this house is still, other than the guy who tried to steal the hardwood floors, this house is still in the condition it was in naturally at the time that I saw it last. And I've decided I'm going to make a study of this. This is an example of what happens when humans abandon a place and leave it. I'd say this house has probably got, it's got to be 20 years worth of growth on it at the least, or at the most. So as the years go by, I'm going to film this house repeatedly until it's unsafe to actually move within it. There are already places like that in there, so deep exploration of this house will not be possible probably in the next couple of videos, because it does not have long to go. That house is going to collapse probably in 3 to 5 years. The underpinnings are completely rotted. Even the floor joists give under weight of a human being. So when the edges of that house and those beams and piers start to go, that house is going to collapse, and it's probably going to be abrupt. But now you've seen it, and that's just one of the neat things I found out here in the woods. And we're just watching. As you can see though in there, it looks like the copper thieves may or may not have been there. Don't know. But I will film the rest in later years. But for this video, this is about it. I'll sum it up when I get to the house, and that'll be it. So we're back, and I'm out of my beige colored shirt and whatnot because I sweated that poor thing to death. It was profusely hot in that house, and profusely hot outside, but not as bad. But the damage was done. So anyway, that was that house. That house used to be, you know, I'd seen a rooftop from the road. I don't know what the story is behind that house. There are 2 stories on that house. The first is I went to the tax office and we looked up the information, or tried to. And the lady at the tax office said that they had been looking for the owner of that property for years. Apparently they just disappeared. The story that the locals have is that there's an old man that owns that, and he refuses to sell it. And sadly, it ain't going to matter one way or the other, because, like I said, in about 3 to 5 years, that house is going to be laying on the ground. That's called hoarding. He could have made some money with it, but now he's going to make nothing, and he's probably going to die penniless. So, you know, there are lessons in that. My grandfather Byers was the same way. He keeps stuff hoarded up in buildings until the buildings collapse. Won't let anybody touch it or have it. You know, then the building collapses, and it's all got to be shoveled up with a bulldozer and wheelbarrows and carted off to the dump. And I think that's what's going on here. I think it was somebody who has a hoarding mentality, you know. Either way, I believe the ownership of that place is in contention, and I think I am going to research the back taxes. That somebody's kid's going to walk up in there, step through the floor, and they're never going to see him again, because they're going to be laying up in there with a broken leg or a broken ankle, not able to get out, and nobody knows where they are. So if this were in the city would have sent bulldozers out. First they would have put notices on the mailbox, and then they would have sent bulldozers out, and they would have demolished it, because that's unfit for even human habitation or otherwise. That house is about to collapse. But one last video of it. That's probably the last. I've been thinking on it since I got back, and considering I don't have good medical, it's probably going to be the last time I set foot in that thing, because I can't I can't have broken limbs. That wouldn't be good for me. Poor people gotta fend for themselves, and that usually means that includes your medical. So, there you go, man. There you go. And if anybody has any questions, I'll happily answer them in the comments, what I do know and what I don't know. You know, I won't lie to you. I don't know a lot about that house, but I've got just loose details on it, and that's all I've got. So, I'll let y'all go, and y'all have a good one, YouTube.